Hi, thank you for tuning in to the Patricia Show. This is Patricia. Please press subscribe, like, and share. Now, I want to continue um, with why we struggle for things. So the next thing I want to talk about, we already talked about why we struggle to have, relationships, good relationships. Now I want to talk about why we struggle for money. Now, the universe has laws. And when you follow these laws and you live these laws and your life isn't aligned with the light with these laws, there is no need to struggle. Everything will just come to you naturally. But you are struggling because either you don't know about the laws, you don't believe in the laws, and your life is definitely not aligned with the laws. Okay? So I want to tell you this too. Just because you don't believe in a thing doesn't mean that it's not true. And you could be struggling. Like for example, I want to tell you, like you could, so like money is energy, but maybe you think money is not energy, and so you're looking at it like it's solid. It's not energy. So that belief right there alone is not in a line with the universal law, and so that'll mean you'll struggle. You're gonna struggle financially. So let me just explain why. So those are the reasons why you struggle financially. Now, let's look at some of the things that you may believe that's causing you to struggle. Money is energy. So money is not outside of you. You look at it as a solid, it's solid, it's money. It's not the same as me. It's sitting over there on the table. That's the way you think about money. And I need more of it to come in here on my table. So what I'm saying to you is shift your thinking. Money is energy. The energy is in you. You are one with all things because all things is made of energy. I like to say living substance, but it's the same thing. It's just another. It's just really a pretty word. Living substance is a more prettier word than energy, but it's all energy. Okay, so you are filled with spiritual substance. Remember now, I'm saying spiritual substance, but it's energy, so it means the same thing. So you are filled with spiritual substance. And I know you've heard the belief what is going on inside of you is a mirror to what's going your inside, what is going on inside of you, your outside world is replicating that. Meaning the beliefs and things you hold inside is manifesting excuse me in your life, okay? So you're seeing money as separate because there's a belief in you somewhere on some level that is separate, that it's something is solid, it's sitting over on the table. I want more of it. You're not looking at it like money is living substance. It's the same. Everything has living substance in it. It is a part of me. And I have dominion over that. It tells you in the Bible that you were given dominion over all things. If you have dominion over all things, and all things are made of energy or living substance, that means you have dominion over living substance in your world. You decide what's going to be in your world and what's not going to be in your world. You decide that, okay? So now, if you change your belief to believe that you have dominion over all things, and all things are made of what? Living substance. When you change your position and become a position of authority, and then you command that living substance into your world with your belief and your faith. Because Jesus said, if you have faith like a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. So if you just change that perception, change that belief for the way you're looking at money, that's the first thing I want you to do. Change the way you're looking at it and change it to what I'm telling you. Okay? So you're going to look at that money now that's sitting on the table. You're going to feel that that money is one with you because it's all living substance. And everything is living substance. And everything is one. And God gave you dominion over all living things. Go back and read your Bible. Then you can look at that money and say, I demand or I command the living substance of money to flow into my world right now. So be it. It is done. When you view it like that, move your mind off of it. Don't think about it, not no more. That money will start flowing to you. Now, we're going to look at different things in your life because you still could have some blocks somewhere. And that's why it's not flowing. And I'm sure I can tell you what those blocks are because everybody pretty much got the same block. That is, you don't really believe that you have dominion over all things. See, you don't really believe that. It may be in the Bible, but they don't teach it in the different churches. So why would you think that? I'm telling you to go look in the Bible because it's in there. But you'll say, yeah, she's right, it is in there. But your power that you feel in yourself is not going to change because this is not something that you've been taught repetitiously over and over. Now, if you've been taught it repetitiously, then you could feel that power. Or if you was taught it since you was a child, then you'll know, oh yeah, that's all I have to do is command it in my world because I'm over it. You see what I mean? But just because I'm telling you, that's not going to make you feel that power like automatically. It's not. It's going to take a while for you to begin to believe that you have that power. And that's the main reason why it don't come. Why? Because you are in your own way. Because if you believe that you have power over all things and you command something to happen, honey, I don't care what, it's going to happen. And you believe it, and with your faith, it's going to happen. So the next thing we got that one. I hope you understood the first part, okay? So then the next part is, what is she talking about? I have the power. Yes, I'm telling you, you are the power. You have the power. To be honest with you, this is something I've never said. Somebody said to me the other day, I always try to let people figure it out for themselves. But I'm going to say it. You are actually like a mini God in your world. You are the God of your world. Now, some of you might say, what is she talking about? I'm the God of my world. What? In the Bible, it tells you that God gave you dominion of all things. In the Bible, it tells you that you're made in the image and the likeness of God. In the Bible, it tells you that you have no power. You have none at all. That you're using God's power. So now God created the entire universe. God created the universe. And if you just have a little bit of that power in you, honey, you are powerful. If you just have a little speck of it, you are powerful because you are using the same power that God used to create this universe. This is the same power that rose Lazarus from the dead. It's the same power. You just don't know it's there. That's the problem. You don't know it's there. So you need to you need to go back and read these things in the Bible while I'm telling you. Research it with your own mind to try to figure out what is she talking about, okay? When you have that belief, when it starts to gear in you, like, this lady is right. I am powerful. And then you'll see God gave you everything that it has, you have in you. So you are a mini God. But you're not a mini God over my world. You see what I mean? Or the world. You are a mini God over your world. And whatever you command to come into your life, it will come. Whatever you command to leave your life, it'll leave. The problem with that is that we don't believe it. And so we can command something. You know, let me say this. I remember when I was younger, older people would say, when you go to the altar and you pray to ask God to give you something, leave it there. And that is our problem. We don't leave it there. Like, you might go and command that money comes into my world instantly. And you may command, I command all evil to leave my life instantly. But see, the thing is then you'll turn around. You might cry the next day because you don't have no money. You might cry the next day because your life is such in a lot of bad luck and you feel there's a lot of evil around you. Or you might still fret over it or worry over it. So if you're going to still do that, that's clearly saying, I don't believe I'm powerful. I don't believe I'm a mini God of my, I don't believe that I'm the God of my, over my world. I don't believe that God gave me dominion over all things. This is really what you're saying. So just like if you remember when you were young, maybe your grandmother, you heard somebody say, when you go to the altar and you pray, leave it there. That's what you have to do. When you're going to demand something in your life, you need to forget about it. Once you do that demand and you go into another room, let it leave your mind. Forget about it, and whatever it is you demanded will manifest. We're going to clear out, I'm going to tell you how to clear out everything that could possibly be blocking it. And then when nothing is blocking it, it will manifest. It's also in the Bible where it tells you that your word is powerful. And it tells you that when the world was created, it was created by the word. So so that's why I'm telling you to command it, because what that is really saying, you have the ability, you have the power to state something that you want. Just say it with a commanding disposition, and you will get it. Now, this ain't Patricia saying this. Patricia ain't saying this. I'm just interpreting to you what the Bible say and what I know for a fact. How do I know it for a fact? Because I done did it in my own life. Honey, I could tell you some things that you would say, oh my God, I'm telling you, I've done it in my life. So you just command a thing and it'll be there. But again, if you've been worried, let's say you worried about something over and over, you worried about it, and then you go command it. Let's say your daughter, something with your daughter, maybe she's having a lot of bad luck or whatever. She's trying to get her job. She hasn't got her job or whatever. And you're commanding something in her life, but you've been worried about it. A lot of times when we worry about stuff, it's very hard to release it. It's very hard to release it when we worry about stuff. It's hard to, like, if you're at an altar. I don't have an altar, but I mean, if you're at an altar and you say something and then you want to just let God work it out and you want to leave it. But you have to, because if you hold on to it, you can't work it out. God cannot work it out for you if you hold on to it. You know why? Because you haven't released it. You still want to hold on to it and worry about it. Put all this negative energy, because worry is negative energy. And you're putting all that negative energy around it rather than let it go. Let those powerful words float out into the universe and begin to create whatever it is you're trying to create. Now, this is part one of why do you struggle financially. Because when it comes to money, there's a lot of things that you all are doing and you're only blocking your own money from coming in. So I'm going to try to go through all of them step by step, and this is part one. So this is step one. So I'm going to end there. This video, I don't want to get too long, so I'm going to end there. And then the next one will be step two on what you need to do to clear your path so that you can be in control of your life, so that you can have dominion over your world. Thank you so much.